And here we are. Just like I promised, we're going to be doing a breakdown show of the Open Leaderboard. Now that everything is pretty much finalized, we can have a really good look at who sits atop the overall leaderboard for men, females, and teams. So we get a good idea from here what teams potentially are headed off to Torian Pro. For the individuals, a little bit different. They still have the quarterfinal stages to go, so there still is another layer of competition happening next weekend. So we are very close to finding out what's going to happen with those as well. But again, we are just going to congratulate all of our New Zealand athletes that did very well. Anybody that participated in the Open this year, hats off, pats on back to you guys. It is a fun time of year where we actually get to express our fitness, test our fitness in a community feel, worldwide, national, and in your gym as well. So what a wicked chance to celebrate fitness up and down the country. And we are going to be looking at the top females first. So, as I'm sure none of you are surprised by our first place finisher, Michelle Hayes. I think she had a pretty great Open, if you ask me. I think we look at finishes, we've got a 34th, a 44th, and 118th. So very consistent. She's finished, I think that means she's finished 169th, 96 in the world. Could be wrong. But anyway, she has had a great showing. She has been a champion for the last few years, I'm pretty sure, and she is going into the season with Maya. So they are posing a huge threat this year to those Aussie teams for the spot to the games. But first place, Michelle, well done. Second place, we have Sarah Cabell. Now, she had a good run at the later end of this CrossFit Open. You can see 278, 79th, and then 37th. So she progressively got better throughout the Open, which is very cool to see. She had that standout performance in the last workout finishing. I think she was one of very few people in the world to finish this workout. So hats off, pats on back to Sarah. That's really well done. Definitely deserved to be in that number 2 spot. But a little bit of appreciation here for Michelle. We can look at the points differences between these two girls, almost 200 points difference. Just shows kind of the level of consistency Michelle's at compared to some of the other girls. But again, very well done. Emily Julian, 41st, 470th, and then a 343rd finish, taking 3rd place in New Zealand Open this year. So those are our top 3, our podium standings for our females. So what can we say about Emily? She had a really good first workout. As we can think, wall balls, she is on the taller side for our females. So she was handed a nice little gift down there, but she made the most of it and really kind of hammered home how fit she's gotten over the last few while. Finishing the second workout was no small task, especially around that time. It was very quick. I know she's been working very hard on her gymnastics, ring muscle ups and stuff like that. So I think seeing this is now kind of paying off for her. She should be really happy with the score there. 4th place, we've got Danny Ford. I haven't really been keeping up with Danny too much on where she's at with her CrossFit or what she's doing, but I think getting 4th in the Open in the country is a good showing of where she might be at. 78, 146, and 694th. So again, really good showing in the first workout. Second workout smashed. Looking at the time in the 8 minutes is pretty quick. So I think she did really well there. Rounding out our top 5 is Olivia Kitson-Clark, 162nd in the first one, 529th, and 560th. Well done. And then we'll look at our top 10, 6th down to 10th. Imogen, Jen, Brooke, Ocean, and Serena. Well done, you girls. So top 10 girls in the country. There we go. Right. Let's head over to the boys. The men. Big dogs. Woof. Right. First place, Ben Vallop. I don't think it was much surprise seeing how he went in the first couple of workouts. Obviously 28th, 16th in the world. Those are some pretty decent scores, or damn good scores. 11:50, 6:37, which is so quick to even think about. And then he got 110th. And the last one, that's great. Really good scores. So I think he might be coming back to Torian this year. We'll see. But he's still got the quarterfinals to go through, but that is a very good start for Ben. Second place, we have Stephen Machuski. He always sneaks in there somehow. Well done, Stephen. 34th, 287th, and then 23rd. So second workout, just a little bit slower off the pace compared to his other 2 workouts. But overall, very good scores. Yeah, well done for a small fry, or smaller guy. He's probably not that small, actually. 34th in the wobble workout. It's pretty cool to see. Ben Jansen sitting in third place, 145th, 504th, and 269th. Nice. Kaya, I personally haven't seen him on the leaderboard before. He's come out of nowhere. I know a couple guys in the gym talking about him, where the hell has he come from? But following him for the last couple of weeks, very fit individual. And I know he's looking at this season and he's looking at Torian Pro to punch his ticket. So I think this is a very good start for him. So it'll be really cool to kind of see where he ends up this season. And rounding out top 5, Bryce, who we know is going in the team with Michelle, Emily, and Adam. 455th, 363rd, 686. Again, that team is sitting pretty at the top of the leaderboard on teams, but we'll get to that soon. And then rounding out the top 10 for our New Zealand male athletes, we have Aiden, we have Dom, we've got Hawaii, Theory, I think. Sorry, and Adrian. Again, so we've got some really cool athletes in the top 10 there. But huge effort to these boys. Well done for getting top 10 in the country. We'll flick it over to Oceania and see where those boys and girls sit amongst the best in the region. So we'll look at the top few first. So Ben sitting third in the Oceania region. I think we're taking top 3 guys and girls this year from the Oceania region. So that is a very good start for Ben. Should be a good boost of confidence to kind of see where he's sitting in amongst the best. Then we have Hiko, obviously resides in Australia now, but still kicking in the top 10, just outside the top 5. Missing out some Ricky there. Stephen right behind him, which is very good. Bailey Martin rounds off our top 10 athletes for New Zealand in Oceania. So it's looking pretty good for a few of our boys in the individual field to try make that top 3. So it is going to be a very tight race at Torian this year. I think we're going to see quite a few names in the hat. Obviously, Peter Ellis winning the Open throughout the region is pretty special for him. Women, females, ladies, Michelle Hayes second in Oceania. So well done her. Obviously going team this year. So see where our next New Zealand athlete's at. Gabby Smith, very good finish for her. Got a few of her videos here, maybe watch those later. But coming in 8th overall. And then a couple girls outside top 10 with Stephanie Collins there as well and Sarah Kibble. So well done, ladies. Right, now let's look at the teams. And remember, for the teams, the Open was a straight qualifier to Torian. So these 30, or teams in the top 30, are most likely going to get their invite. So first off, huge congratulations to all the New Zealand teams that have made the top 30. It just shows how well you guys are doing in your affiliates, how well you are kind of coming together, doing these workouts and organizing yourselves to get there. So well done. But first team, Kiermaier. Can't look past them. Got some really good scores in there. Again, sitting third. 3 teams go from here as well. I'll fact check myself. So they're sitting in a really good spot. Now they just have to go execute over the ditch on the big stage. But I have full confidence that they will do very well over there. Coming down the leaderboard, next team that we're going to see is Carbon Method CrossFit Team. Really cool to see them in there. I don't think they've had a team at Torian before. So the fact that they've got a team just sitting outside the top 10 there, very close to the top 10, is really cool to see. So 2 teams currently, 3 teams with CrossFit East Tamaki Renegades. So again, we're seeing Sarah Kibble in there, Gemma Alice is in there, and then a couple other guys there as well. So well done, you guys. So it's 3 teams so far. Coming down the leaderboard a little bit more. CrossFit Mika Blue, 4 teams now. So they're sitting in 16th, so comfortably inside that top 20. They've done a very good job to get the team in there. Next team is Soar Performance CrossFit. Well done, guys. I know you guys have affiliated for this reason to get a team to Torian Pro, so well done you. So sitting 22nd, 5 teams from New Zealand so far. Next team we're going to talk about sitting 27th, TDG out of Papamoa. So in there, they've done it. Well done, guys. And then 29th, CrossFit South Auckland Brown Pride. You guys get the second final spot, and then CrossFit 3, 2, 1, 6. So that's 7 teams that we've got from New Zealand inside that top 30. Now, with Torian Pro taking top 30 from Oceania, there's 10 more spots worldwide for them to hand out. So potentially we might see a few teams from the world get invited, but if they decline their invite, it will just drop down to the next one. So how far will the invites drop down to get into the Oceania region? I like to think maybe the next 3-4 teams might have a good shot at potentially making Torian. So don't discredit any of these teams from 30th to maybe even 40th place, I think. Should be able to keep an eye on them. And as you can see, 41st is CrossFit Kotahi. So fingers crossed for you guys. Right. That is the review of the leaderboard and our amazing Kiwi athletes doing amazing things. You guys have smashed it. So now the next stages are obviously quarterfinals for our individuals. And then I guess team training starts for our teams. So well done, guys. If you know anybody that has done a phenomenal job, comment on the video, give them a shout out. We'll shout them out next time on here. But thank you guys for watching, and I will be continuing to update you guys throughout the season with quarterfinals, Torian Pro, games, and anything else in the CrossFit sphere in New Zealand. We're looking at talking about New Zealand champs, New Zealand nationals, and kind of the big competitions like discipline, SOAR performance. I know they do a good few competitions there. We'll do a little breakdown and review of those as well. Thanks, guys.